Once again, good evening, everyone, and welcome to Quickness Virtual Solutions. So for tonight, we have three topics. I will share my screen. So first is a guide on how to create a resume and samples on resume and tools to make a professional resume, and an orientation for the upcoming virtual assistant training. So we have three parts in our webinar. Okay, so I will introduce the first speaker for tonight. She is a graduate of Bachelor of Arts, major in English. She is one of our graduates in Quickness Virtual Solutions, Batch 13, and one of the awardees. She worked before as a customer service representative at Cytel for 2 years, a market researcher at Western Watts Philippines, now Opiniology, a sales supervisor at Footwear Specialty Retailers Incorporated for 2 years. At present, she is a social media and content writer at Hypo Business Services Australia, a freelance copywriter at Australia Awards and Alumni Engagement Project, a freelance general virtual assistant at Past Media Gold Coast Australia. So ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome our first speaker for tonight, Miss Christine B. Ayoste. Let's give
Thank
her
you,
a round of
Maglis.
applause. Okay.
Thank you, everyone, and good evening once again. So, you may call me Finn for short because my name is a bit long and I'm sure it will be hard to pronounce. And so, welcome to the resume writing orientation. And I hope that after this activity or after this webinar, you can learn something from us. Although I will put a disclaimer here that we are not really that masters or experts at doing this, but these are some proven techniques that we will share to you because last year, since I also trained from QuickDesk, I know that it is an effective way of gaining attention and of course, drawing attention from our prospective hiring managers, and of course, making us or showing what we are really capable of. So our resume is our like passport to success. If Quick Desk is our ladder to success, then our resume is also our passport to success. So let me share my screen. Okay. Can you all see my screen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so we are here tonight to learn the basics of resume writing. Um, of course, we are all familiar with what is a resume, but just to have a refresher on what is a resume and how to do the basics of a resume writing, then I will allow me to share what I learned and what I have done with um, what I used when I applied for jobs on being a virtual assistant. So what is a resume? Let's start with what is a resume. A resume is a formal document that a job applicant creates to itemize their qualifications for a position. So a resume is also usually accompanied by a customized cover letter in which the applicant expresses an interest in a specific job or company and draws attention to the most relevant specifics on the resume. So if we're interested in that specific job, then it must appear in our resume, whatever we are applying for. And not only that, our resume is crafted in a way that will draw, it says here the keywords, it will draw attention to the hiring managers, because we have like a lot of competition out there. And if we are used to writing only whatever they see, what they've seen, especially that there are lots of templates right now, then it will not, it will be like that of a percentage that will draw attention to a hiring manager. So what is it that you really stand out, and you want to show yourself as to the hiring manager? So that's what's needed in the resume. So, okay, so like I said, writing your resume is an opportunity to write your future. I said before that it is your passport. So um, it is a passport in a way that it lets you go through or pass through several steps on being hired. So the first step is creating that resume. And when you create the resume, of course, you have to not definitely not show off, but then show what you are capable of, what you have been capable of if you have already have a work experience before. And if you don't have a work experience, probably your school achievements and anything that has contributed to whatever you had successfully done when you were in your academic years. And if you have also experience, then this is updating what you've had in your in your work experience, the relevant things in your work, and put them into that resume in such a manner that it is honest and it is also concise, meaning not too many words, and also making your image appear that you really had that experience based on what you are trying to apply for.
So the girl said,
So next, what circumstances led us here?
April
So
10th,
for example, there are
you chance. Okay.
okay, so there are reasons why you're applying for a certain job. First, you might have just finished a hard-earned college degree and you're ready to bag your first real job. So this is this circumstance is for the first timers, for the fresh grads. So they're very excited to jump onto a job. So there's lots of job opportunities, and you would like to try your luck, and you would like to try your how to, what is it like to apply for a job. So the first step is your resume. So you have to be able to make a resume in such a manner that um, what's inside your resume, or what is the content of your resume, is what you have been doing in school if you have um, finished your college degree. So activities that are relevant, like for example, if you've been a leader, or if you've had several academic awards due to leadership, or what do you call this, assignments that have, or projects that have been given to you and you were able to deliver. So you can put that in the resume. So next is, you're the latest casualty of another corporate cost-cutting, downsizing, or offshoring initiative. So this is very common because especially now during the pandemic, a lot of companies have downsized their people, meaning
Excuse me, Ma'am Finn.
due to cost efficiency. So
Excuse Ma'am Finn. Do you have electric fan in your front?
Oh yes, sorry.
Sorry.
Is it effective? Okay,
Yeah.
sorry.
Thank you,
Just a
ma'am.
moment, please.
It's okay.
Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so as I was saying a while back, so you're the latest casualty of another corporate cost-cutting, downsizing, or offshoring initiative. So sometimes people are laying off. Is that what the term is? So laying off manpower because of cost-cutting measures. So if you are that person who is affected by that cost-cutting measure, then probably you're off to your next an opportunity that comes your way, and then you will look for you will look at the job board, or you look online for things that are applicable to you if you are looking for a job. So that's why you need the resume, because it will give you something that something from your experience that you can move on to your next career. Okay, so next, you're reasonably happy with your job, but you just learned of an unbelievable career opportunity. So just like the previous one, but this is a more on a positive note. So you're in your current job right now, but you've just learned that, or somebody advised you that there's a job opportunity at this company, and you'd like to try that because of number one, perhaps the benefits that you'll get from it, or probably it's just a happy environment that you've learned from a friend or somebody who can directly endorse you. So um, then there's the need for a resume, because of course you're applying for that job and you're moving to that job. So but it's better, because since that is a you're moving on to greener pastures, then it's better because you still have your job. But it's the previous reason was that you were what do you call this, was a company decision, but this one is your decision. So still there is a need for the resume. So next, you're one of the millions of baby boomers facing retirement, yet you're interested in part-time work for the intellectual challenge. So it doesn't matter actually if your age, well, it depends on the company, if they have certain age restrictions or limitations, but it's really up to you if you still want to work, even though you're that old, but you still love to work, so you would like to try your you like to have a career change even though you're retired and you want to still work. So still a resume is much advised. And if the last reason is if you're simply overworked, undercompensated, or unappreciated, then it is time to move to greener pastures. On another note, this reason, if you had if you're tired from your job right now, and probably a change of career would do you good, then the resume, well, if well crafted resume, is very, very helpful, especially if the reasons why you will leave your job is you're unhappy. So um, but anyway, you're not supposed to write that in your resume that you're unhappy with your current job right now. It's a big no-no. Please don't do that. But it's in your mind and in your heart that you're not happy, then it's there alone. You won't have to write it down on your resume. It's just that you want to have a happier place to work. So then you will have to update your resume. Okay, so true or false? Um, Maybe we can make this a little bit interactive. So let's see. Number one, or first point. Employers and candidates view resumes as having the same purpose. Is it true or is it false? What do you think? Can anyone answer? False. Okay, there are answers here saying false. False, 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 false. Yes, it is false. Um, it depends actually on what you are applying for. So if even if you have that resume, but your resume is not crafted into the job, right? It they won't it doesn't really matter anymore. So employers are going to trash that resume. Well, I'm sorry if I'm going to say it right straightforward. I'm going to be straightforward with you, but um, I think the best way that you make your resume is go straight to the point and know your goal and why you're applying for the job. So if the interest is there, right? But if you're not putting it down in your resume why you are applying for that job and why you're qualified for that job and why you should put all the skills that is relevant for that job, right? Okay, next. A resume is most effective when it precedes your interview when with the hiring manager. So, is it true or is it false? Let's see your answers. Yes, it's true, correct. Because well, I can say that for a fact that what's written on the resume sometimes other hiring managers won't ask, or other hiring managers would ask for different questions. Okay, but most likely there's a 90% chance that they are going to ask you if for honesty's sake they are going to ask you if what you've written on your resume is what you will also say in the interview. That's a 90%, 90 to 95% sure that even though you've already written that on your resume, they're still going to ask that or verify that. So you have to confirm and you have to be sure that whatever you're writing in your resume is really how you will be answering during the interview. So it is best that or it is most effective, a resume is most effective when it precedes your interview with the hiring manager. So next, a hiring decision maker will be the one to screen your resume. Is it true or is it false? Let's see. True, 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 true. Okay, there's one who answered false. Okay, so this one, I can say that there is a catch to this. Okay, so most companies right now, before it goes to a decision maker, they are already screening it through a machine. Okay, or there's an app. Okay, so if the necessary qualifications are not in your resume or necessary skills they need for you to fit the job is not on your resume, then um, it's going to be screened or filtered out through a machine. But not in the Philippines. I don't think I'm not sure in the Philippines if this is applicable, but since we're talking about if we're talking online, I think they are because it's a time management tool that is observed by most or used by most companies so that they can lessen the bulk of the emails that are being sent to them, especially the resumes. So yes, it's some is applicable. This is applicable to some and somewhat on companies that in companies that are online are hiring online work, then it passes through a machine. So next, resumes are read thoroughly. True or false? True, 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 true. Okay. So answer is false. That's why we need to capture the attention of the hiring manager. In a resume, the top part where your name is indicated and your goal is indicated, and the present or the most recent job that you are at, um, and your experience, or yeah, yes, your experience and a little bit of your skills is what they read. So read the most actually, because most of the hiring managers really don't have time to read the entire resume. So it's actually just the top part. So you have to make your goal, and what you are ready to deliver to them in, I don't know, the most captivating way and the most noticeable way, which is neat and which is concise, so that they, when they view it, then it's not, it's not a waste of space, and it's not a waste of time, that they're going to just move on to the next candidate. So that's the essentials of making resumes. So next and the last is, you will need a resume to land a job. Well, of course, I'm not going to ask you anymore, because yes, you really do need a resume to land a job. It is the first step in landing a job. So it's very important. So, okay, let's check. Employers and candidates usually view resumes as having different purposes. So employers use resumes as a screening device to deal with a deluge of responses to job postings. And so that's what I discussed earlier. The resume screener is purposefully looking for reasons to dump you. So this is not really that true, because of course they're considering every application. It's just that they have to consider the right applications that fit the job that they are looking for, that fit the position that they are looking for. The slightest error or skills missing, disorganized content, a tiny typo may cause to disqualify and discard you. So your resume is now a liability. Yes, that is a fact, because most of the hiring managers are very keen to observe if you are a competent, or if your attention to detail rather is very high, because mostly of, well, especially if you're applying online, if your spacing is bad, if your font is bad, you have to watch out for those, because it affects how the resume is how you present yourself to a hiring manager. You're not there in front of the hiring manager, but your resume is. So whatever you show in your resume, it must be neat, and it must show the professionalism that you really have that intention of being hired, and you have that your goal is to be to enter the company. So you have to watch out for those things, those tiny things. So a resume is most effective when it follows face-to-face or contact with the hiring manager. Yes, because this is true, because once you submitted your resume, it's not just submitting your resume for the sake of submitting it. So it's effective if somebody calls you and asks you if you have time to talk uh, via Skype or via Zoom, or however they please, to ask or verify information that you have put in your resume. So that's why it's very important that you enumerate the skills that you have experience that is relevant for the job you're applying for, the number of years that you put there in your job experience, and so on and so forth. Okay. Okay, so just like I said, earlier, a support person or computer program will probably be the one to screen your resume. So not and not entirely everyone or every company uses that, but most of the companies right now, if they're hiring online, then they let a computer program to screen your application. But regardless of that, you still have to craft your resume into the best you can, the best you can, so that given the opportunity that you see and you think you're qualified for that, then of course you will do everything in your power and Canva to be able to land to that job, right? Right now, the dollar rate is like 50 something, 50, 55. So it must be a big reason why you have to make your resume at its best so that you can land that job. Okay, so almost done. Okay, resumes are not read thoroughly. So again, as I said earlier, um, the hiring managers are looking at your resume just at a glance, and if you see that it's very interesting, if you're a person who has had these experience that they need, the skills they need to that fit the job, then they will perhaps schedule you for an interview and ask some more about your resume. Okay, you won't always need a resume to land a job. Nope, that's not true. You need a resume. Okay, so why write a resume? So resumes are a necessity in a job search. They can have value, and there are 7 reasons why you should write a resume. So protocol, if you're in job search mode, virtually everyone will ask to see your resume. So it's integral, or it's part of the process. And positioning, it should magnetically attract the reader. Just like I said, it should be interesting. Create a picture of high potential, because you imagine yourself being one among 10,000 applicants. So how will you stand out among those applicants and differentiate you from your competition, including those who may appear more qualified than you? So of course, you have to imagine, you have to brave yourself through all of those, that how do I really put myself in the shining spot that the hiring manager will notice me, and the hiring manager um, will perhaps call me, something like that. So after you reading your resume, employers should have the impression that you are an A-list player who knows how to deliver results and make an economic impact on the company. Okay, process. So preparing your resume will sharpen your ability to articulate your value while networking, interviewing, and negotiating offers. Yes, it's true. It is the first way. Um, okay, so when you submit your resume, it's like, this is me. This is how I want to show myself to you, even though I'm online. And if you want to verify that, call me for an interview. So it's the first step. So whatever you show in your resume is like your profile pic on Facebook, diba? How do you want them to see you as, and how do you make them feel that you are credible, that you are trustworthy, that you have the potential into being their employee, and it would take a long term. This would be for a long term job. So it takes a lot of guts to do that, but when you craft or make your resume into an effective one, I'm sure that, and an honest one for that matter, then it will give the employers or the hiring managers that, hey, who's that? Who's this? This is very interesting. Okay, so there. Proof. You'll get an adrenaline boost when you see in print all you've accomplished. Confidence and a strong sense of worth are huge factors in your job search success, of course, because all those years of experience would flash right into your face, and then you will see that, oh, I've done this, I've done that. So I can show them that I have this years of experience and I can prove to them, of course. Also, it comes with an interview after. So you have to make sure that whatever you put in your resume is really um, true, because they have ways also of checking what you write in your resume. They can verify from your companies if they you have really worked for those companies that you put into your experience. Okay, so plan. A good resume can serve as a blueprint for the interview and keep a meandering interviewer focused on your strengths. So when you write your resume, you have to write what's relevant. And when I say relevant, if you have like 6 months of work to this, but it's not relevant to the job you're applying for, then it's probably best not to put it there anymore, because it doesn't matter to the hiring manager. Permanent reminder, because it is often the only physical, tangible representation of who you are, both before and just as important. After the interview, your resume needs to look as good as your best interview suit. So just like what I've previously mentioned again. So how you show your face on Facebook is how your face looks to them on the resume. Okay, by the way, the resume doesn't necessarily have to have a picture on it. Um, it's common that we well, I don't know. It's common that before, or maybe perhaps before now, you have the mentality that a resume must have this photo, but the most, because they will have to see you in person when they do the interview. So regardless if you put your photo there or not, what's important are the skills that you put in there, the experience, and what your goal is in your resume. Okay, so profit, your ability to make a company healthier or more profitable in turn gives you a greater job security and ammunition for commanding a higher salary. Yes, because whatever skills that are relevant to the job you're applying for is what will give them the clue that, oh yes, this person can do this, can perform. He is a team player, he is well versed, he is very good in communication, and he's blah blah blah, all those skills, if you put them there, is relevant and what the hiring manager needs to look at the most and must see. Okay, so now we have come to the part of the blueprint for the blockbuster resume. So in creating your resume outline, you will look at the following categories. Data bits or contact info, very important. You have to have a current or existing contact info, email address, objective or focus statement. So this statement is reflecting on what you are aiming for, why you're applying for a job, and why you're suited for that job. It will translate to what um, it will translate into what they are also looking for into the one they will hire. So you will state there, there's a statement there in the topmost part of your resume that says, that is what will draw the attention of the hiring manager. So key features or qualification summary of professional experience, of course. This is next to perhaps your contact info. Um, of course, you have to enumerate there the number of years, perhaps, or what have you done for those companies. While working at those companies, of course, you've had the position. Then when you have the position, you can enumerate which things were delegated to you. What were your responsibilities when you were at that role? Um, so there. Okay, so skills, core competencies, technical skills. So skills, you can include here your soft skills and your technical skills. So both are very important as well, because these are the things that will that hiring managers will want to see, why they need to hire you, or why they will choose you, or why will be considered for the job. Because why will they hire you if you don't have these skills that are necessary for the job, right? So there. So education, credentials, and licenses, affiliations. So when you're planning to, of course, you've attended this orientation, perhaps you have the that mindset already that you're going to train at Quick Desk. Then Quick Desk is also part of your education as a virtual assistant. So you can put Quick Desk as your training or your internship um, in being a VA. Licenses, if you have licenses, um, not music licenses. If you're like the teacher's license, something like that. So other credentials, certifications, there you can put it there. Publications, presentations, or patents awards. This is applicable to CV, the publications, because the CV is the longer version of the resume. Okay, so just to set the record straight, a resume is a short version of you, your bio, what you've what's your education, what's your experience, work experience. And the CV is the same, but it's longer because you have more things to put in there, right? Okay, like their publications, awards, and honors. Okay. Okay, so this is an example of core competencies. So the line cook, this is his competencies. He's efficient, works well under pressure, things like that. Okay. Marketing manager has leadership skills, flexible, is knows project management, content writing, social media. But these are just examples. Okay. You can write your own, and it must be concise, and it must be relevant again to what you know, what you are applying for, what you know as an experience, and what you are applying for. Okay, so almost done. Resume tips. Okay, so resume language should be specific rather than general. As I said earlier, you need to be concise in putting down or noting your key points in your resume. Use the active voice rather than passive when creating your phrases or sentences. Written to express and not to impress. Articulate rather than flowery. So articulate meaning um, you can express yourself well, but you don't need to be you don't need to create the impression to the hiring manager that you are not understandable, because language is supposed to be that they can understand what you mean, but not use excessive use of words that are highfalutin or cannot be understood. Okay, fact-based, quantify and qualify. Of course, you have to write down honestly what your experience is, and like I said, written for people who scan quickly. So concise. You have to write concise words or phrases. Okay, so top 5 resume mistakes, spelling and grammar errors. You have Grammarly. Yeah, there's a free account on Grammarly, so you can enroll to that, or um, you can have an account in Grammarly, and you can easily copy paste whatever you wrote down on a Word document. If you are unsure, if you might not be unsure of um, your words, or if they are grammatically correct, so you can use Grammarly, or um, I think Hemingway app is also a tool. Okay, missing email and phone information. This is very important as well, because how will they contact you? So you must not miss a working email and phone information, because this is the way for them to reach you and to verify if you really are an applicant or if it's just spam. using passive language instead of action words, not well organized, concise, or easy to skim, and very long. Okay, so the top mistake is one of the top mistake is it's too long. So a resume is supposed to really be concise. So shorten your resume, make a resume that is short yet understandable and yet following these things. Okay, don't use personal pronouns such as I. Abbreviate. Don't abbreviate. Don't use a narrative style. Don't number or letter categories. Don't put A, something like that. Okay, just use bullet points instead. Use slang or colloquialisms. Okay, so you have to be professional. Include a picture. So you see, you don't need a picture. Include age or sex. So no need for that as well. Don't include list of references. Okay, we've done this before. We've used to doing this before, the list of references. Although we can use this for a CV, but not necessarily for a resume. And don't start each line with a date. Okay, the date is after, if you're talking about experiences of writing down the years of experiences or the relevant years of experience, you need to put them on the side on which the range of that position was given to you, or you were working on under that position for this number of years or this number of months. So it's on the right side for each work experience. Okay, so do be consistent in format and content. Make it easy to read and follow, balancing white space. So white space, when we mean white space, is that it should not, there is a space in between each line. Well, not necessarily that much space, but just a way for them to view or to read through the resume in such a way that the letters or the sentences won't be jumbled. So you have to make or give an appropriate spacing for each line. Use consistent spacing, underlining, italics, bold, and capitalization for emphasis. So this is probably applicable to the work experience. So if you use bold for the, what do you call this? If you use bold for the company, then you can't use bold for everything else. You have to use italics for like your position perhaps or the years. Okay, list headings such as experience in order of importance. So within headings, list information in reverse chronological order. So the most recent is the one on top. So if you've had like 2 months without work and then you're applying for the job, then put that recent job it must be on the top. Avoid information gaps such as a missing summer. Sorry, I don't know it. Be sure if your formatting is translated properly, converted to a PDF. Yes, it should be a PDF file for everything because um, that is the requirement for sending or submitting a resume. Okay, so I guess that ends my topic for today, and on to the floor for Miss Jaya for her on how to create your resume through Canva. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ma'am Pin, for that very, very informative topic, Ma'am. We learned a lot, especially for the tips, the do's and don'ts. Thank you, Ma'am Pin, again. Now, I will read the profile of our second speaker. Our second speaker is a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, a civil service professional passer. She is also part of our trainee. She is our graduate, batch 19, and also an awardee, a full service virtual assistant and graphic designer. So, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome to our second speaker for tonight, Miss Jaya Puebla. Let's give her a
Thank,
round of applause. Thank you.
thank you, Liz. Hi, everyone. I'm Jaya Puebla. I'm from the batch 19 trainee at the Quickness Virtual Solutions last June 2020, just recently. So for tonight, I'm uh, one of the discussants for this webinar on how to make a professional resume. So as what Manfin said, resume is the passport to our success. So tonight I'm going to show you the components of the resume and how to create a resume using Canva application. So let me share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
So this is my sample resume that I've made before and I've used before during the application. As you can see, it's just simple yet professional looking. So the components of this resume composed of the profile photo, the name, the title, the profile or description, the contact, core skills, education, training, awards and portfolio, certificates, skills highlight, and the work experience. So let's start with a photo. As what Mom Finn discussed earlier, the photo is not required. Yes, it's not because it's just optional. So when to use a photo, there are some clients or prospect clients that ask a resume with a photo. So that's the time you're gonna put photo on your resume. So thoroughly, so you need to read thoroughly the job descriptions posted online. So to make sure that you're following the instruction. So if they need a photo on your resume, you need to put a formal photo as what I've put there. It's a formal, not a wacky face or not a blurry face photo. It should be a formal photo. And so that's it. That's the time you're going to use the photo. The second one is the name. So you just simply put your first name, middle name, and the last name. And the third one is your title. As what I've put here, skilled virtual executive assistant slash graphic designer. So um, your title is your niche. So your niche is the niche is the field that you are good at or the field that you're best at. So if you're good at video editing, you can put video editor. If you're good at content writing, you can put content writer. Or if you enjoy graphic designing, so you can put graphic designer. It's very important for you to know what is your niche kasi mas mapapa um it's for you if you enjoying your work, di ba? Pag gusto mo yung work mo, mapapadali mo gawin yung work na binigay sa iyo. So if you enjoy designing, so better go for graphic designer. If you want to edit video, so it's better to go for video editor. Let's proceed to the profile. So the profile is a brief yet concise description of you of what you can offer to your client. So it should be benefit focused. You're gonna ask yourself what you can offer to your prospect clients. You should ask also why the client should hire you over those hundreds of or thousands of applicants. You should ask that when writing your description or your profile description on your resume. So as for me, I put a skilled virtual executive assistant with a goal of improving productivity, efficiency, and service quality. And I also mentioned a graphic designer with a passion for creating one of a kind custom artwork and offers a brilliant way to develop graphic ideas and concept. So, as you notice, it's just brief yet concise description of what I can offer to my prospect client. The next one is the contact. So this is very important. Um, so when the client decided to reach you out, so you need to put a right contact. Especially here in email, you should put a formal email address, not like sweetgirl@yahoo.com, things like that, or sakuragi@yahoo or gmail.com. That's a big no-no. So you need to put your first, it's better first name or last name than gmail.com. It should be formal email because it's a work email. So it should be formal. And also you can indicate the LinkedIn profile, or if you have a Facebook page, you can also indicate here in your contact so the client might browse it or might view it. And the next one is the core skills. So this is where you can put your strength or the strength that you can offer to your client. So you need to think what are the skills what are the things that you are good at. So as for me, I put Google Suite Literate, word processing, presentation design, spreadsheet database, and so on. So it's more about administrative services because on this resume, I am applying for a virtual executive assistant. So my core skills should be relevant to the title that I am applying for. So that's why I put word processing, presentation design, and spreadsheet database. I also put here graphic designer. So I must put a skills on Adobe Creative Literate, graphic designing, video editing, digital design, logo design, and so on. So don't worry if you don't have these skills yet. Don't worry because if you decided to enroll in Quickness virtual solution, they will help and hone you to have these skills to be ready when applying for a job in venturing the freelance world. So don't worry about that for now. The next one is the education. So you simply put the school name, the inclusive dates of study, your degree or your course. If you're an achiever, so you can also put here your achievement at school and your licenses if you have one. If yes, if you're a licensed professional teacher or any license, you can also add it here. And of course, training, the part of resume is very important also. It gives more impact for the client. So, because they know if they see that you have undergone a training, then it gives more impact to your resume because they know that you invested the time and effort to for that particular job. So you can simply put um the company name and the training, the inclusive dates of training, and also what kind of training. And the next one is the certificates. during the training and Quickness virtual solutions, I mean, after the training, the Quickness virtual solution will give you, I think, 27 certificates in total when you completed the training. So you can have these all certificates. Bear in mind that when putting your certificates, you can just simply put your certificates like administrative assistance, content writing, communication skills. You need to prove to your prospect clients that you have these certificates, right? Kasi di mo pwedeng sabihin na may ganito ako, may certificate ako ng content writing, may certificate ako ng Photoshop, photo editing, may certificate ako ng video editing. Ano yung may prove mo sa clients na may ganyan ka talagang certificate? So, you need to link your certificates. You need to link your certificates sa resume nyo para may proof kayo na meron talaga kayong certificates. I mean, real talaga yung certificates. So, what you need to do is to put a hyperlink on every certificates that you mentioned or that you have. So you simply I'm going to remove it first. For this example, administrative assistance. So you're going to put a link to prove that that you really have the certificates. Just simply right click and simply put the link here. But prior to this, you need to put your file on the drive here. You simply mag-create lang kayo ng folder sa drive nyo na with all the certificates. Pag nandyan na yung certificates nyo, ililink nyo lang siya sa resume nyo as proof sa client na meron talaga kayong certificate. So as an example for this one, simply right click and get the link, then copy link, and you need to copy it here. So ganyan, right click, highlight mo lang, just right click, just click link, and simply paste the Google Drive link here. And okay. So, andyan na, link na yung certificate natin dito sa resume. So, for you to access that, you need to hold the control key and simply click that word. So, it redirects you here. Just a moment here. So, as you can see, mag-review na ni client, na prospect client, na may certificate kayo for administrative for that administrative training.
Excuse ma'am,
So,
Jaya. Excuse ma'am, Jaya. There is a
yes,
question. There is a concern here. She needs you to show on how to put those certificates in a drive.
okay. Problem. So, here on your drive, mag-add lang kayo ng folder para organize naman yung drive niyo. So, simply right click. So, you need to visit your drive first. Log in your Gmail account and visit your drive, your Google Drive. Then, pag nandiyan na kayo sa drive niyo, simply...
We cannot see the Google Drive.
Sorry.
Thank you.
About now, ma'am.
Okay. It's okay now.
So, visit nyo lang yung drive nyo. simply right-click it, then new folder, tapos dito niya ilagay yung certificates, sample certificates. Click create. So, andito na, pag na-create na yung folder, simply open it. Then here, you need to upload your certificates. So, right. Just a moment. Para may sample na. So here, open niyo yung certificate na folder na ginawa nyo, and you need to right-click, then file upload, para i-upload natin yung file, and simply choose the file that you want or the certificate that you want to include in that folder. So here, open. So it's successfully uploaded. So andito na yung certificate na ililink natin sa ating resume. So for it to, again, for it to link it to our resume, simply right-click it, get link, and of course you need to change your restriction. Then copy link. Copy natin yung link, then ipi-paste natin siya here sa ating muna yung hyperlink. So ipi-paste natin siya here sa ating certificate. So link, then i-paste natin yung link dito. Okay. So ayan, link na yung pag-blue na yan, na-link na yung, successfully link na yung certificate natin dito sa resume. So try natin access. So press control, hold the control key, and simply click the word. And ayan na-link na siya. So ma-access na yan ng client. Another one. Let's try another one. This one for the awards.
Start moving. The screen is not.
So
Are you opening your Google Drive right now?
yes.
Okay, it's okay. Okay. No.
So re-upload tayo ng certificates. Just simply click, right-click, file upload, then choose the certificate that we want to upload, open. And when it's successfully uploaded, we need to get the link of that certificate. Simply right-click and get the link, then copy the link, and paste it here. Sample dito sa awards. Paste natin, right-click, then click this link, then simply paste the link from the drive. Yan. So na-link na din yung awards natin doon sa drive. So for me, I just included 9 certificates, yung highlights ko, then the others, then I put other certificates, because you can't put the 27 certificates because it's too long for that. So nilagay ko lang is 9 certificates, then nag-add na lang ako ng other certificates para ma-access din ng client yung iba kong certificates from Quickness Virtual Solutions. So the next part is the awards and portfolio. This is very important also na sa Quickness Virtual Solutions kasi when you enroll and when you undergo the training, the coaches will give you activities, and you need to give outputs for that. So at the end of the training, they will choose the best outputs or the awardees for that specific topic or course. So it's better na you do your best para makakuha kayo ng awards, kasi magagamit talaga yan for applications or for resume writing. So here I included my awards. So earlier na link na natin yung certificates ko. So you simply check natin, simply control and click. So it's here. So these are my awards during the training. Photoshop, logo design, like that. These are the awards I got before. So helpful talaga siya kasi malalaman ng clients na magaling talaga siya dito. So it's very helpful. So aside from awards, you need to put your portfolio also. You need to link your portfolio on your resume para naman ma-prove ng client na yung output mo, bakit ka may awards na ganyan. So dapat may isusupport ka na portfolio. So one of the reason na na-hire din ako as a virtual assistant is for my portfolio. So same process na pag-link by using hyperlink. But for this, I created a separate folder in my drive. So here I created a JS portfolio. I categorize it I categorize it administrative samples. These are the outputs I've had before during the training: administrative samples, Adobe Illustrator designs, Adobe Photoshop designs, audio and video editing, my Canva designs here. These are all my designs during the training. Administrative outputs, my Adobe Illustrator designs, my Photoshop designs. Just to show sa clients na ano yung outputs na nagawa mo for them, na i-choose kanila para mag-get mo yung heart nila. So the next one is the skills highlights. So yung sa skills, these are your hard skills. Ito kung ano yung hard skills is a job-related knowledge and abilities that you can offer to your client. Like you can do graphic designing, photo editing, word processing, things like that. Sa soft skills naman, you can highlight ito yung mga personal qualities na ma-offer mo para mag-grow yung to help the company grow with your personal qualities. So sa akin, I included here creativity, critical thinking, and communication skills. The next one is the work experience. So you simply put the company name, what is your title, and the inclusive dates of employment, and your job description of that work. I also included English proficiency test just to this is optional, by the way, kung para lang for the it's for the clients to know na you're good at communicating. So that's the components of resume. It's just simple. Bear in mind also that in creating a resume, you need to consider the font styles, the font size, the bullets, the color of your resume. It should not be, it should be professional, simple, yet professional looking. So as you can notice here, sorry, as you can notice here, I'm only using one font, that's Century Gothic font. You can also use Arial, Verdana, the sans serif fonts, Times New Roman, Calibre, just fonts that are formal. So it's professional looking. So the next one, I'm gonna show you how to create a resume in Canva. Here, this is the Canva. Canva is an Australian graphic design platform used to create graphics or virtual content. So this is very helpful na pag nag-create ka ng resume. This is very helpful na, to have a interesting resume when it comes to graphics. So here I've already logged in my Canva account. So if you haven't had if you have if you didn't have a if you don't have a Canva yet, so just simply log in by using your, you just need to visit canva.com. Then you're going to log in using your Gmail account. That's just very simple. So when you're in, simply search resume. In here, they're giving you a lot of interesting templates here. You can choose what you want, what color or design you want, but I recommend that you choose a simple yet professional looking resume. So uh, let's say I'm going to choose this one. You see, it's very simple to have a template here in Canva. You can simply click the template you want, or you can drag it here. If you want this, you can drag it here. So, some of the templates you can't access it because you need a premium account. So you need to tingnan nyo lang kung ano yung free for you. This yung My Crown, that's for the pro account. So you need to pay for that. So you simply choose this one na free. Yes. Ayan. But earlier, I already prepared a resume. Ito yung template na nagustuhan ko kasi it's just simple, professional looking. So what we're gonna do, gonna change name. Simply click this one, double click and change the name. Then your title, let's say graphic designer or content writer. Graphic designer, like that. And of course, your photo, like I said earlier, it's optional. So if the client or the prospect client asks you to put a photo on your resume, just simply click here the upload button, upload file, and choose the photo that you want. Simply drag it here. So as easy as that. And for the contact, you need to put your number here, your email address, as I've said earlier, your formal email address, and you can also put your LinkedIn account here. Just simply change the button, click here, elements, and search for LinkedIn button here. Simply drag it, then resize. This one. So, yung Canva ay may smart line na malalaman mo kung nasa tamang line ba siya or nasa tamang alignment or not. So you have that one LinkedIn account, so you just need to change it here. For the profile, since my profile description ako kanina, ipipaste ko na lang yon. I will simply paste it here. Control C and Control V for the copy and paste. That. Of course, check the grammar. You must also include the education here. And your training, same as earlier that we discussed already, your core skills. So let's copy and paste it here. Let's say until that. The good thing about Canva is that it's very easy to edit or put text or photo here because there's a lot of ready-made template that you can choose. Just make sure that you've chose a professional looking template. And here for the certificates, what we did earlier was to we link the certificates from Google Drive to Word document. So here we're going to visit our Google Drive again. Here. Same as earlier, get right click for certificate, get link, and copy link. And when it's done, you simply go back to your Canva resume. Let's say it's administrative assistance. Simply click that word, go here for more. In this button, click this button, you can see it's link. Simply simply put your link there. Enter. It's already linked to your Google Drive certificate. Another one. For content writing, right click, get link, copy link, then paste natin siya sa link. Same as earlier, click the word content writing. Yan, nakikita yun naman kasi may kulay yung content writing. Then, click for more, link, you paste the link here. So, may link na siya. Just as simple as that. And you can do sa lahat ng mga certificates niyo. Also, dito sa awards, same process lang naman sa Word kanina. Awards and for your portfolio also, of course. Kasi very important to. So sa awards, same process, right click, get link. Copy natin. Tapos punta tayo sa ating resume. Here, lagyan natin siya ng link. Click link. Tapos paste natin yung link. Enter. So, may link na siya. Same as a portfolio. Visit natin yung portfolio natin. Right click. Ito buong folder yung ililink natin doon. So right click, get link, and copy link. Click done. Lagay lang natin dito. Click the portfolio. Click here. Then link. Then paste it. Enter. So yan, may link na siya. Same earlier, I also put my skills and highlight here. I already pasted it. Then sa work and experience, same job title. Let's say content writer. Tapos name ng company and year. Okay. XYZ company in year 2018 to 2019. Tapos yung job description mo during that specific job. You can also indicate here your English proficiency test pag meron ka. And when it's done, you can simply export it by clicking this share button here. Then simply click this download button. Then choose the file that you want. So I recommend to choose PDF standard format, then download, just click download a free watermark draft here. And here it's successfully downloaded. Open it. And you have a resume. So let's check the link if it's accessible or not. Simply click this. So open it. And yes, it's accessible for the clients. The other certificates. it's accessible for the clients, and so that's it. So you just need to explore the Canva applications. It's very easy, and you can find a lot of ready-made templates. Just make sure that you choose a good template for your resume. So don't worry if wala pa talaga kayong idea sa Canva, because if you decided to enroll in virtual Quickness virtual solutions, the coach will hone you how to use this application. So during the training, malalaman niyo pa kung paano ito gamitin, paano i-navigate, what are the tips and techniques using Canva. So don't worry about that yet. I think that's all. So that's how you make a resume, professional resume using Canva.
Jaya, may mag-continue ka pa? Or are you done?
Yes, it's already done, Ma'am Les.
Okay.
That's
Thank you, Jaya.
so pag may questions po ba yung mga participants natin,
Yes.
you can simply, yes,
yeah, baka
for the
may
participants, just simply give your questions regarding sa Canva or yung sa Word na resume natin.
So maybe later you can ask questions to us. You can type your questions here. You can unmute your mic. Again, thank you so much, Jaya, for that very informative, and it's really helpful for us, especially those who want to apply, who want to work online. It's really a very helpful guide. Thank you so much. Now,
Questions po.
yeah, we have questions. Paano po
Yes,
malaman?
paano malaman ang free
Yeah,
template?
yeah,
Free,
you can
yung
answer.
free template ng Canva is that wala siyang crown. Makikita niyo kasi yung premium template sa Canva, may crown yan. So you need to pay for that. So you must choose the templates na wala yung crown, that you can use it freely without payment.
Yeah. Can you show again your screen so they can see the sample of the free template? Thank you.
Here. Can you see it po ba?
Yes.
Let's search for resume. So here, makikita natin. Yung may peso sign yan, may bayad yan. At saka ito yung mga free. So wala yung bayad, yung mga ganyan. We also have, yes, this one. Pag yung crown, this one, pag may crown yan, yung ma-access lang ng may mga account for Canva Pro. Whereas ito yung pay, you need to pay for that also. So you must choose, marami namang templates na free like this. You can use this freely without payment. This one. So you simply click this. In Viola, you can use a template. And for the Canva Pro, here, pag premium siya, pag click mo ng ganyan, see, you can't use it unless you pay for it. So, that's it.
Okay, thank you for that question. May question pa ba? Type sa screen. By the way, how much is the Canva Pro? For the Canva Pro, you can pay for 2.5. For 2.5 for 1 year. And then in Facebook, you can see also posts that uh, they are offering a pro account in Canva for only 50 pesos. But if they say it's a lifetime, of course it's not a lifetime access. Yeah, but you can use maybe for 6 months or less, because I experienced that before. I bought a pro account, but I only use for 6 months. Now, if you really want to use for 1 year, you can divide naman the payment. So example, 2.5, pwedeng mag-divide kayo ng 5 kayo, and then you share the login. Okay? So pwedeng ganyan. Now, if your work is social media manager, it's very helpful that you have a pro account. Yeah, because the templates are really different from the free account. Yeah, even the tools sa gilid. Yeah, it's really different if you have uh, a pro account. Yeah. But for now, if you're still applying now, hindi pa kayo na-hire, then you can use a free account muna for now. Now we are,
Yeah.
yeah. Now we are in the third part of our webinar. And at the same time, this is our orientation for those who plan to join our 176 hours virtual assistant training. That is equivalent to 6.5 months. Now, let me introduce to you about Quickness Virtual Solutions. Now, Quickness, we started last uh, June 18, 2017. So it's our 5th year now. We have almost 1,000 graduates already, and most of them have their own jobs. So this is our website. You can visit if you want to learn more about us. This is our website, and we offer training, and we also offer services like we offer VAs. So those clients who want to hire our VAs, we also give them VAs with different skills like graphic designing, administrative assistance, video editing, social media marketing, social media management, content writing, copywriting. So resume writing is also part of our training. So that is, or those are our services. Now for the team, me my name is Lucinda Piserla Tubalado. I am a founder of Quickness Virtual Solutions. Currently, I am working at PwC, working as a teacher, a senior high school teacher. And before, I worked also as a school registrar. So my profession is really a teacher. I am a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Secondary Education, Bachelor of Science in Computer Science. I also took Master of Information Technology. And my trainings in VA, because you can be hired if you have a trainings. Yeah, it's really hard to apply online if you don't have trainings. Yeah. And for me, in my experience, I took my training in Davao City. I took 56 hours virtual assistant training. 20 hours for real estate, and 6 months for WordPress designing. And my work experience in online, I work as a general admin VA. Currently, I am a project manager, so I manage team. I am also working as an SEO virtual assistant, a WordPress designer. So that's my experience in online. So if you know, if you want to know more about me, you can visit my Facebook, Lucinda Pizarro Tubalado. And again, this is our website, Quickness Virtual Solutions. Now, I am one of the coaches. I teach WordPress. I teach SEO in Quickness. Now, another coach that we have, Ma'am Leia Pelias. Currently, she's working at USEP, in the University of Southeastern Philippines in Davao City. And in Quick Desk, she is the one who handles multimedia, Photoshop designing, and also Illustrator design. She is also a graduate of Master in Information Technology and Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. So the field of expertise of Ma'am Leia is multimedia. And another coach that we have is Ma'am Army Gloria. Ma'am Army is the one who teach resume writing, and LinkedIn profile writing, content writing, interview tips. And she is a graduate of Master of Arts in Teaching in Central College of the Philippines in Manila. And she is also a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Biological Science. So currently, Ma'am Army is also working as a virtual assistant, as she is a resume writer. So she is earning for now, I think $13 per hour. So it's really a big rate if you will be hired as a resume writer. So if you wish to be a resume writer, then you need to take a training. And if not in Quick Desk, but you can also take trainings outside. You can search in Facebook. There are a lot of trainings out there. Now, aside from Mom Army, we have Sir Raynan Gloria. He is the one who handles video editing and social media marketing. Sir Raynan is also a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Business Management. Yan. So the niche of Sir Raynan is really in video and social media. That's his field of expertise. Aside from Sir Mark, we have Ma'am Cyrene Deo. She is the one who handles web development, website development. So if you want to be a web developer, then you can also enroll to us. This is a separate training. So aside from 176 hours, we also have a 6 months website designing. So this is a purely coding, this is a programming training. Aside from Ma'am Cyrene, we have Sir Eric Lloyd Abalie. He is also a graduate of Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, major in Financial Management, and a two-year computer programming. So Sir Eric is the one who handles e-commerce. So sa Amazon na topic, Shopify and eBay, si Sir Eric yun. Next, we have Ma'am Giselle, but she's on leave for now. So for Ma'am Giselle's course, we will give you a video instead of a live training. So Ma'am, yung topic ni Ma'am Giselle kasi, it's about real estate, skip tracing, and also list building. But currently, she's studying master's degree niya. tinatapos niya pa yung master's degree niya. Kaya, hindi pa degree kasi hindi pa natatapos, di ba? So, yan, she's on leave. She's a teacher also, a high school teacher. Yan. So those are the people behind Quickness Virtual Solutions. Now, since this is an orientation about our training, for you to know about us, these are the courses that we offer. Of course, in the first week, this is a basic course. It's administrative assistance. So we will teach you how to use Microsoft Word, Excel, PowerPoint, lead generation, cloud storage services, password management, file conversion, and etc. So aside from project management, may transcription, audio editing, and also audiogram. So you will learn on this. If you are not familiar, like audiogram, what is audiogram? If you want to learn, then you can enroll us if you wish to. For the second week, you will learn video editing for FB ads and e-commerce. So in our training, you will learn two tools during your, or in your rather, in your video editing. We have Canva, I don't know, Camtasia, and also Filmora. For the social media marketing, we have Canva, and you will learn Facebook page management. Yeah. And also chatbot. Okay, so it's part of our social media marketing. And for our social media management, it's only a video. So we will provide you a video on this, on how to use Hootsuite, Buffer, and Post Planner. And we also have e-commerce. So for now, it's very popular yung Amazon product sourcing. So you will learn if you will enroll to us. Amazon, eBay, and also Shopify. And we have content writing and appointment setting. Yan. And then we have resume writing, LinkedIn profile writing, and cover letter writing. And interview tips. Yan. So you will undergo interviews. And then we have photo editing. Yan. So you will learn Photoshop and also Illustrator for the logo designing. For the online portfolio, yan. So ito yung sinabi ni Jaya na kailangan natin mag-build ng online portfolio, ma'am. Kasi dyan ako na-hired or dyan ako na-hired. It's because of my online portfolio. Pagtingin ni client, marami akong proof, may trainings ako. Yun ang reason, ma'am, na na-hire ako as a VA. Yan. And then, we will also teach you WordPress. And in WordPress, you'll learn two builders. We have Elementor and also Divi. So for the Elementor, this is a free builder. And for the Divi, this is a paid tool. So we will also give you a paid tool on this. And then after that, we have email marketing. Yan. And we have search engine optimization. Again, this is only a video. Real estate, the skip tracing, and list building. Yeah, so those are the courses that we have. This is equivalent to 176 hours, and we'll give you 28 certificates after the training. So bakit 28? Kasi we will give you a whole certificate that states you are completed or you are successfully completed 176 hours virtual assistant training. And aside from that, if you have a good output, then you will receive awards from us. Like Ma'am Finn, Rufina, and also Jaya, they receive awards from us. They are one of the awardees. They receive best in WordPress designing, best in content writing, best in logo designing, ano pa, best in audio editing. So maraming mga awards o award yung ibibigay ni Quickness. Yan, so we will help you within the training. We will help you to create an online portfolio. So don't worry about your portfolio because within the training, we will guide you. Like in the resume writing, we will guide you on how to create a professional resume. And BAM Army will provide you a tool, a secret tool. So of course, we'll not tell you for now. Yeah. So, but during the training, we'll provide tools. Yan. And also, we will guide you until you can land a job. And we will also help you to apply for a job because we have, for now, we have a current client who is always looking for VAs. So currently we have a client who have already more than 300 VAs. Yeah, 300 VAs from different location, of course, not only Quickness. So we can refer you for that client. So if your niche is about Amazon, of course, it's about Amazon, then we can refer you. May mga clients na kami na nag-hire ng mga general admin VA. So within the training, we will observe you. Yan, i-observe namin kung sino yung mga capable na mga VAs. So dapat you have to prove. Dapat you will give your best. Your outputs, you give your best outputs. Kasi you are selling yourself, right? You are selling yourself. That's your future. So dapat you have to give the best outputs. Yeah. But don't worry because, of course, within the training, we will teach you on how to make the best outputs. Yan. May mga guidelines kasi yan. Like in graphics, may mga guidelines yan. Kung ano yung dapat colors na i-combine. Yan. Kung example, si red, ano yung color ni red na pwede niyang ma-combine, ganyan. So, during your application, the client will observe your output. Yan. So, if you are applying for a graphic designer, the client will observe if your output is really the output for a graphic designer. Malalaman ni client kung ikaw ba ay totoong graphic designer sa color combination pa lang. Yan. So that's part of our training. Now again, we have websites. Yeah, the Quick Desk Virtual Solutions and the Freelance Desk. Now, yung Quick Desk, ang focus nito is for training. And this one for our services. So after the training, we offer our VAs. Yan. And we also have a group. So we will not accept you if you are not part of our training. So this is really for our students. And this is for all. Okay, so if you are not part of our training, you can still join this group. So in this group, you can see job posts or postings. So if you want to be hired, if you want to apply as a virtual assistant, you can visit, you can join in this group, and then you can see job posts in there. Okay, so again, if you wish to join us, then you can sign up to our form. You can find in our website there is an enroll now, and then you just fill out this form, your name, your real name, your real name, and then your mailing address, your email address. And it's better that you have to create a formal email address. Okay, like me, I have lacinda.estrelatobalando. Do not create like blueberry@gmail.com or sweetberry@gmail.com. We cannot we cannot recognize you. So like in Facebook, dapat you have to rename your Facebook account kasi we are building our online portfolio. Yan. So paano ni client malalaman kung ikaw ba ay totoong tao? Kung you are putting your pet's name and then you are putting the photo of your pet na. So dapat kung gusto niyo ma-hire sa online, dapat a real photo and a real name, dapat you have to you rename your social media accounts. And you have to put the contact number. And then for the payment method, we prefer GCash. Yan. You can, if example you don't have GCash, you can go to Palawan and then you can tell Palawan that you are sending payment through GCash. So pwede yan. And then we also have, for the payment plan, we have full payment and also installment. So for our training, it's about 3.5, but if you will pay full, okay, you can have a discount of 500 pesos. So for those who paid to us with 3.5, we will give you a refund. Okay, we will refund your payment. We'll send 500 pesos. Yeah. And if hindi pa full, then pwedeng installment. And then within 2 months, you can pay the balance. Yan. And then we also have here individual. So example is SEO and email marketing only. So that's for 995. You just choose it. Pwede din. But we encourage you to choose this one kasi mas makamura ka nito. Yan. So kasi ang equivalent nito is only 145 per course. Whereas if you choose this one for 995, then more than 400 in every course, di ba? So dito na lang tayo. Now, the training is live. Yan. Again, my video kasi yung ibang topics like in SEO, kailangan may tool doon na kailangan meron kayong account talaga. Yan. I-explain ko yan during the training. So, may mga trainings na videos lang ang i-provide namin kasi hindi pwedeng i-access nyo yung account namin. Kasi account namin yon. Yan. Kaya video lang ang i-provide namin as your guide. Yan. So baka yun ang trabaho mo. Very technical. So you have a guide video. And then our training is from Monday to Friday from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. And sometimes we don't have class because we have activities. So example, tonight we have a class, then I will give you activities. So tomorrow hindi pa tayo mag-class kasi we will give you time to do the activities. Kasi we encourage all students, we encourage all students to do the activities because within the training, we are building our portfolio. So ano yung ilalagay natin sa website natin? Kasi part of our training is to create a website. So ano man ang ilalagay natin kung wala tayong samples, di ba? But if we cannot do all, don't be discouraged. Okay lang din. Okay lang na hindi lahat magagawa kasi busy. Yung iba nag-aaral, yung iba may trabaho. Yan. Okay lang yon kung hindi lahat magawa. Yan. Basta kung ano lang yung kaya natin. Yan. Pero kung kaya natin na gawin lahat, better, of course. Kasi maganda tignan yung website natin kung marami tayong outputs. Yan. Kasi madali lang tayo ma-hire if we have proof. Like Ma'am Fin, hindi like Ma'am Fin and Jaya, hindi sila nahihirapan pagdating sa application. Kasi pag tingin ni client, wow, ang dami ng samples like in Photoshop, may mga activities, so may mga samples na ginasend sa client. So yun, that's a big plus if you have a lot of samples. Okay? So I hope that tonight's topic is very fruitful for you. It's very informative for you. So we encourage you na if you will not choose Quickness, that's okay. So but we encourage you to enroll, if not in Quickness, but you have to enroll virtual assistant training if you want to work online. Yan. Because in this world, we have to accept na maraming competition. Yan. Kahit na in my own experience, kahit na meron akong diploma, meron akong work experience sa labas, pero wala man sa online, hindi pa rin ako na-hire. Yan. Kaya, nag-enroll ako ng training. VA training talaga. That's very important. Yan. So, if you have questions, then you can type your questions. What's the schedule of the training? Do we have? Yeah, it's 6 p.m. Yeah. 6 p.m. I will give you the link of the enrollment. By the way, wait lang ha. By the way, we have a certificate on this training. I will let you, hindi lahat hindi lahat sorry ha. Kasi yung link ng certificate ay hindi ko pa mabibigay. So, you have to message us in our Facebook account. Yan. You can search Quickness Virtual Solutions in Facebook. Yan. And then message me or message us that you have attended the free webinar. So we can give you, the link of the form for you to fill out, and you can receive the certificate. Okay? So you just search this page and you have to message us. Send a message and then let us know, or you message us that you have attended the free webinar. Okay? Kasi automatic yon. Once na na-send yung link ng form and then you fill out, dapat yung iba kasi small letter, so dapat formal yung pangalan natin kasi yun din ang mag-appear. So first letter of our name should be capitalized. Yan. Pero hindi lahat caps lock ha, kasi yun din ang mag-appear sa ano. So it's not formal to put caps lock. Okay? Dapat in the first letter of your name should be capitalized. Yan. Tapos the rest, small letters na. Yung iba kasi nasanay na sa text na small letters lahat, may caps lock lahat. So, dapat formal. Okay? So, ibibigay namin ang link ng form and then automatic, and then you have to provide your email in that form, and then automatic you can receive the certificate. Okay? So, ilang months? 2.5 months only. It's equivalent to 10 weeks. Yan. 10 weeks or 10-week training. My question. Yeah, it's an online class. You can ask the coach. Yeah, if you are confused, then you can ask. Yeah, it's really live. It's a live training. So if example, you cannot join because your internet is not good. Sometimes that's the reason, or you have something to do. Pwede because all of our students have logged in to our website. Okay, so I will show you a sample. So in our website, so if you are an official or if you are officially enrolled, then you have to visit. Okay, we will give you the login on this website. You just go to members area, and then you provide the username and the password that we gave you. Okay, so I will show you a sample. So those who cannot join the live training, don't worry, because you can still watch the recorded video. And don't worry about the activities, because you can still do the activities if you are not able to join the live training. So this is a sample. Of course, this is only for me. You cannot access this. Yung ma-access nyo lang, yung diretso na. So I will show you a sample of how it looks like. This one. So after you have logged into our website, then you can see this one. So if you're not able to join the live during this topic, then you can still watch the video. Yeah. And you can still do the activities. Okay, so this one is a lifetime access. Don't worry, because diba, it's very common to the other trainings. Yeah, because it's me in my own experience. I can only access videos for 6 months. Yeah, but in Quickness, you can still access even if you are done in your training. Yeah, and so this is again, this is a lifetime access. And if we have a new course, we will let you know. Then we will also update the recorded video. Now, if example, you cannot view, you just tell us na, ma'am, the video is not accessible for now. So we can fix the video. Yung web development, pure, yeah, it's pure coding. Depende kung ilan yung mag-enroll. Yan. By the way, can we have first, can we have our picture taking? Can you turn on your camera? Yan. Okay. Baka mag-exit na yung iba. Sayang yung picture natin. Thank you. Yan. So, first page muna ako. Smile. Next. Walang mag-turn on ng camera sa next. Okay, smile again. And so, my questions about for a while. Yeah, yung web development, kailangan kasi namin ng web development, yung sa web development training, kailangan namin ng at least 10 students. Yan. So, if you will enroll, then you can fill out the form. Yan. But you have to wait for the other enrollees. Yan. Kailangan namin ng 10. Yan. Good evening, ma'am. Kailan tomorrow. By the way, you will receive an email. But if you cannot receive an email, you just use the same link. Yan, same link ngayon. Yung gagamitin natin bukas, 6 p.m. Bukas na. Bukas na mag-start. Yan. But for those who filled out the form, we will send an email for you. Okay? Or to you. 6 to 9. No, it's weekend. Weekend yan. Kasi yung, anong link po? Link for what? Zoom link or for the enrollment form?